that says you're live.
Oh,
That's what we
and
need.
look, it's sideways again. Oh,
I'll
can
look
you
at
not
it.
tell me that's sideways?
No, because I refuse to be a part of the camera
I know
anymore.
nothing, and then when I sit down, I can see.
You got a nasty attitude about that camera.
Oh.
Are you sure we're on?
Hey, everybody, enjoy this water.
Oh. Yeah, it says we're live, but I'm not seeing us. Give me a second. Technical difficulties.
I don't know, man. I don't have anything to do with the iPad, all right?
I can do the iPad.
You get real nasty when you get the iPad.
Oh, you didn't like when I said that?
What do you mean?
There it is. Okay. There we are.
Meow, 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 meow.
Just making sure people can see us. Nobody's here yet, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah, never does. Oh, well. Hello, laser brain.
We're going to start with nobody here?
Yeah, maybe nobody will show up.
Okay.
This will have to be for the archives.
Usually we get our fans here, you know?
Well, there's no fans for television that matters.
We get some of our Duranys in here.
I don't
We
think
did
they
last
like
time.
moonlighting.
Well, they were talking about it. Look, Miss Carpenter's here.
Yay!
So you be quiet.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Okay.
It's going to be tough to do a show quiet.
I can do a show quiet. I don't need you here.
So, television that matters. Laser
Television
brain.
that matters. This time it's not an old TV show like Moonlighting was.
Yeah, I forgot to show this, by the way.
Oh, yeah, show off.
There it is. Moonlighting. Some Walk by Night. I guess these are hard to get a hold of?
Old TV show? Is it a Blu-ray or just a disc?
Just DVD.
Oh, then I don't see why it would
But
be
I mean,
so hard
they
to
put
get.
them out, and then they were only out for a little while, and they were expensive.
Uh-oh.
And now they're sky high.
Some walk by night.
They might have learned that scarcity helped you out a lot. That's Moonlighting. Who did that?
It's
last
pretty
time?
looking.
I think what happened is, I wonder if the prices have gone down. That's on streaming now, so.
I am daughter. Hi, Miss Carpenter.
I thought you were Devon X.
I got a hey daughter, though, so it's okay.
That's nice.
Yep. Look, we got beat after beat here. Say, what did you say?
Beat, you said you always wanted to see me drink water, so here I go again.
Here we go. Oh, here, I'll do one, too.
Big slurp. So, television that matters, number 2, we're going to talk about something that's a little weird, because I'm a grown man, even though I'm exciting young Thomas. A little too old for cartoons.
No, I don't believe that.
You shouldn't.
I think everybody should get to watch cartoons.
Sometimes I watch cartoons.
It's an adult cartoon.
I like the Looney Tunes.
That's a children's cartoon.
Not really.
Yeah, well.
They kept all of the racist stuff in there. And all
So
the,
it's your favorite?
all the gay bashing and.
Yeah, you think that's the good part?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in there. But don't worry, they put a warning right at the beginning.
Oh, that's nice.
To say, hey, don't get
Just
triggered.
so I'm ready for it. Okay. Beat After Beat says ice water is the best.
It really is, and I'm hotter than a cinder.
Yeah, because you got
It's
lights.
hot here today.
You didn't put our light on. Is that just for
my
the other
God.
show? I thought we were on the light thing now.
Oh.
Man, I look like a hot mess.
That's what happens when you rush. Nothing's on. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, we could have waited till 7, then we wouldn't have had our lovely fans here.
Right.
So, I mean, what are you going to
I
do?
would have waited. What is that?
There. Now we just gained 500 viewers because we put that light on.
Yeah, you should mention that in the thing. Laser show.
Yeah, well, we're laser
Anyway,
brains.
we're going to talk about a cartoon.
He says it's 65 here.
Well, it's 80-something here.
Yeah, it's icky. I'm actually going to take this off.
And of course, when I look at this, it's not showing.
Oh, and I'm not wearing my
camera show.
watch, so
Nice going.
we're never going to know.
The last time I looked, it was like 88, something like that.
Something like that. All right, adult cartoon.
I think it is an adult cartoon, isn't it?
I think they said a curse word.
Did they?
I think they might have.
Okay, so Amazon decided to pay Warner Brothers for Batman: The Caped Crusader.
Yep.
Was supposed to be on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Some new guy came in and started doing cost cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So they were already in the middle of production on this, and they sold it to Amazon.
Yeah. You know, Amazon's actually been doing some good stuff lately.
But as far as I know, Amazon never puts stuff out on disc.
Yeah, I think I'll survive. I don't know if you will. The physical media boy.
I'm thinking the HBO guy was smart enough, and at some point there'll be a disc or whatever.
Possibly.
But so I don't know if anybody knows who Bruce Timm is.
I do.
Who is he?
Animated series.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
The chief guy with animated series, and there's another guy too, and some other people. And then they did a bunch of movies.
They got some guy and some other people, and they did some stuff.
I was going to give them their names, but I
Uh-huh.
can't remember.
All right.
Bruce Timm. So the people that made the animated series, and then a bunch of movies, all the way up until recently, I think, Crisis on Infinite Earths or something like that. I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of lost it. But we thought we'd give it a try.
Okay.
So it's another iteration where the Batman is pretty new.
Yeah, so it's at a time when the Batman has not been established in Gotham City.
Right. He's still kind of new. Police kind of hate him.
Ooh, Beat After Beat complimented the fact that I cracked my fingers real loud. I did a whoosh.
That's nice.
I must have done it right in the mic. I'm sorry, Beat After
You think
Beat.
the Batman would do that?
Yeah.
Me too.
I think he'd crack his fingers.
So I've seen lots of stuff where the Batman is fresh,
I haven't.
including the game Batman Arkham
Is he fresh
Origins.
in that one?
Brand new, yeah. Pretty fresh.
I didn't know that. I played that game, didn't I?
I don't think so.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
I
It's
played-
only on 360.
I played those other 3 Batman games.
Yeah.
I played those 3 Batman games. I've seen animated series. I've seen a few of the little cartoon shorts, but they're never when he's just starting.
Right. Well, there was this one movie they made where Batman was brand new. His first day out there.
Oh, I don't think I saw it. If I did, I don't remember it.
But so this, I would guess, what, a year in, 6 months into being the Batman? He's pretty established as far as his skills are good.
People know that there's this guy in a Batman suit.
Right, but they don't call him Batman.
Yeah,
they just think he's
a crazy guy in a bat suit.
A few people have seen a few things and are a little alarmed.
They call him a vigilante.
Right.
Because he is. So, I mean.
So what else is different about this iteration? Is this the same old, or we got something new?
They changed a lot.
They did.
And I think it makes sense.
Makes sense?
I think the changes they made, there's like, I guess I shouldn't say it makes sense. I could see them backing up the changes they made.
Well, they did a lot of changes, and if it's good writing and a good show,
exactly,
then it works.
I think they pulled it off.
I do too.
And so what they would do, they would either kind of tweak backstories a little bit.
They would change the characters a little bit. They'd kind of change their origin.
Yeah, or they would focus on a villain from the comics that we've never heard of before.
Right. In some of the episodes, they do so deep, I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, we had to go research in the middle of the episode to figure out.
Right. One villain is Automatopoeia.
Which, he's great.
What does he do?
Miss Carpenter, by the way, says 89 Batman movie was awesome.
Yes, it was. Tim Burton, Batman.
I think I've seen that.
Batman Returns. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I might have.
Batman Returns, not as good. Pretty good. Had Christopher Walken, so it's got to be good. Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, shit.
Okay.
I mean, shit.
Okay.
I mean, shit.
I prefer Batman cartoons. I've never really liked the live action stuff. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I think the Christopher Nolan 3 Batman movies were pretty good, and I did enjoy the Robert Pattinson.
Oh, and Miss Carpenter saw the Evil Woman short from Duran Duran.
Oh, yeah, the little strip?
Yeah.
I found out it's only 2 days. You only have to wait 2 days. Tuesday, and I don't know if that's UK time or not, at midnight.
We'll find it.
Well, it'll just be there. I've already pre-ordered.
Yeah. Oh, look. Whoa.
It'll just be on my phone.
All right.
I'll
Settle
be ready.
down there, buckaroo.
But I think you can hear it on Spotify and all that stuff.
Okay, cool.
Pretty happy about that, yeah.
Me too. Okay, sorry, we got off there.
So Automatopoeia, what's his story?
Did we get his story? I think he was just there.
What does he do? He does something that's awfully strange.
Well, so he gives sound effects to everything he does.
He does. And I'm wondering if that's where they got the idea for the Batman 60s show, when you punch somebody and it says pow or zing.
This guy is from the comic.
Books.
He's from the comic books. And in the comic books, when you see like the whoosh and everything, they just went nuts with that stuff. Like his panel was just covered in those.
Right.
So I don't think he was making the noises.
Well, in the show he was.
Yeah, in the show he was, because they can't do the wow, bam.
Right. But he
Shazam.
says whatever he's doing.
He does whoosh.
whoosh or punch
Mm-hmm.
or boom or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sort of dressed like a detective or something. He's got a kind of a
Isn't he a
weird
bounty
look.
hunter?
I don't know what he was
I
doing,
think he was a bounty hunter.
right? But he looks like a square.
Yeah.
But then he makes those noises.
He's wearing like a mask and it's like a bullseye on it. I remember
Yeah.
because I kept looking up Batman Bullseye and there's a guy who's Bullseye and it's not that guy.
Right.
You know, so it's
What's
a whole
automatopoeia?
thing. Batman versus Simon Le Bon. I never liked DC Comics. I only collected Marvel.
Hmm. Yeah, I would have been the opposite.
I'm the opposite too.
I never paid attention to Marvel. Spider-Man, of course.
Oh, I like Spider-Man.
Because there was a 70s Spider-Man. I think it was sort of a movie and then they turned it into kind of a show.
Yeah.
And it was real cheeseball.
I
But I loved it.
I love Cheeseball.
I loved it. Great music.
Mm-hmm.
So Spider-Man certainly. And the 60s cartoon of Spider-Man is really good.
What's that one? What was Shazam? Is that DC or Marvel?
Shazam is DC.
The TV show.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Shazam is DC.
Okay.
Whatever he is.
I like that old cheesy show.
That was good too.
Billy.
That was a great show. They drive around in a RV.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more 70s than driving
It's
around
so
in an
fun.
RV.
I actually missed that show now.
Well, we have it
That was
somewhere.
a good one. And we watched some of the Hulk.
Hulk. There's another one. We should watch more of the Hulk. Hulk is more adult. That one.
The Cheeseball one?
No, the one with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, maybe.
Big muscle guy with green
yeah,
paint
I
on.
know who.
Yeah, no, they're doing that one kind of serious.
Miss Carpenter likes comics, period.
Mm.
So she's on
Mhm.
our side. She's Batman.
Well,
Not really.
Marvel has comics.
Yeah, well, Beat After Beat likes the Riddler. We actually didn't get to see Riddler in this one. I was kind of
We
disappointed.
didn't?
No, we did not see the Riddler.
They did try to stay away from the obvious ones. I don't
Mhm.
remember seeing a penguin, was there?
Penguin was in like the first episode.
Well, what was he doing?
They turned him into a chick. You don't remember that?
Oh, that's right.
That's Miss Penguin.
Right, so the penguin's a chick now.
Yeah.
Still nasty.
She was running a it was like the Penguin Club or something.
Right, the Iceberg
and
Lounge.
she would sing
Mm-hmm.
at the club and then she would know everybody and then she ran kind of like a mafia-esque thing.
That's weird. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was like episode 1. That's
Yeah,
when
that's probably shocked me.
we were probably still trying to get over all the changes
Yeah.
because we were trying to get a feel for the Batman.
Well, normally with the culture war that's going on, when you take a character like the penguin and gender swap, people
Mhm.
lose their minds.
which by the way, I didn't care.
Well, it didn't matter because they wrote a good story, right?
They wrote a good story and they picked a character I didn't really care about, so I
Right.
don't.
Well, but I mean, I've seen Penguin in every iteration
Yep.
you can think of.
Mhm.
So that's really what the Caped Crusader is doing. It's kind of flipping everything, but then
It's reimagining.
reimagining, but not totally. So
Mhm.
it still gives you. It's almost like you walked into an alternate universe.
Yeah, you know what? I'd buy that.
But Batman himself is Batman.
Well, because if you think about the animated series, I love the animated series.
Right.
They were kind of reimagining stuff in that one too.
Well, they were going after sort of the darker comics from the 80s.
Yeah,
And they made it kind of real.
But they were also like creating these new things that became. Harley Quinn came from that show.
What's one? Okay, give me another.
That's a huge one.
Give me another.
There's that one chick. There was a whole episode based off her where she's like this. She looks like a little girl, but she's an adult woman.
Oh, that's not from the comics?
No, I think they made that up.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I'll have to fact
I remember
check
that. That
one.
was a good villain.
I love that. I love that one because she made all the other actors come and redo the show.
Right.
That was good.
But so this one, yeah, they gender swapped Penguin and they did a good job with it.
Yeah.
And they made the character Penguin, but fresh,
Mm-hmm.
a little more interesting than what you usually see. Although
Yep.
in those video games, the Arkham series of Penguin was awesome.
Nothing. What?
Oh, he was awesome.
I thought he was
had a
lame.
broken bottle in his eye, and
Okay.
he was a real bastard.
All right, never mind. Excuse me.
So new Penguin. Who else got
New
swapped or switched or something? Batgirl is black
Oh yeah, that's true.
and a lawyer.
And Gordon.
And
'Cause
Gordon,
that's
well, obviously,
Dad, yeah.
but she's a lawyer
Which I thought was cool. That was good.
and she's a defense lawyer.
That.
So she's going to become Batgirl,
Mhm.
but she's letting criminals out of jail and working hard to get them out.
Exactly. She's working hard to get him out, and she's starting to see the humanity. In the
Maybe
people
that's
she's
what.
helping.
Maybe
And I
later
think
we'll
that's
see
why
she'll
she
flip.
becomes Batgirl.
So
that
she's a
kind of thing.
lawyer. There's Bullock is in it,
Bullock is in it.
and he's got a partner, and those two are straight up corrupt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're the ones who are making shady deals
Right.
and.
More than that, even. So
Hmm.
those guys are really, they're not even pretending to be good cops.
And we saw Firefly.
We saw a little bit of Firefly,
We
but
got a little bit of him.
he was pretty normal, right? The Firefly we know. He was a little
Um,
nebbish, but
he was kind of a nerdy. He had the suit, and he
sort of.
liked to start
Yeah.
fires.
Yeah. He was more of like a mental patient, sort of.
Yeah, that's what it. Because he was going to be transferred to Arkham Asylum
Right.
in that episode, I believe. But I thought that was fun. I know who he is. I played that video game.
Yeah, it was interesting to see Firefly sort of real,
Yeah.
not some crazy
Just la, la,
fire
la, la, la.
and the guy's flying around with a rocket pack. He didn't have
Yeah.
any of that stuff.
He had a jetpack.
Did he?
Yep.
I don't remember seeing it.
Remember the whole building was on fire, and Batman was going up the thing, and he saved the kids, and that's what made
Gordon
Gordon
yeah.
like soften up on him. He's like, oh, he's actually a nice guy.
We don't want to give away too much
Well,
of stories.
all of this stuff is giving away stuff.
Well,
Spoilers.
you're just letting the character bios sort of, but I wouldn't.
There's my
give
character
story
bio
plot.
for.
That's a big twist when Gordon decides Batman's okay.
Well, we know it's gonna happen.
I know, but still.
We know that's gonna happen. Come on.
All right. Who else?
Harley Quinn got a redo.
She got a real redo. In fact, that's probably the biggest switch.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with Harley Quinn?
So in her original story, she was a therapist. I'm just going over the original and then comparing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Go
she's
ahead.
a therapist at Arkham Asylum,
Mhm.
and she's like helping the patients and talking to them through therapy sessions, and then she meets the Joker, and then the Joker kind of schmoozes, like charming, all that stuff, and kind of wins her over, and she falls in love with him.
Right.
And then doesn't he dump her in a vat of acid like he was?
Sometimes he does.
Sometimes
Other
he does,
times she's
sometimes he
just-
doesn't.
Yeah, bat crazy.
So then she becomes Harley Quinn, his like assistant girlfriend.
Right.
Like she's in love with him. I think he's kind of rough.
Yeah, you never know.
In animated series, he pushed her out of a window, I think.
Because you got to remember, the Joker is insane.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. He might just be using her, which I think.
Sometimes.
I think
And sometimes he cares.
in a lot of iterations I've seen, Batman is usually telling her like he don't care about you.
Mhm.
He's trying to get that through to her head, but she can't do it.
He does seem to give her the short shift a lot.
Exactly.
So, but tell me about the new Harley Quinn.
So the new Harley Quinn is a therapist, but not for Arkham Asylum. She's
Right.
just own practice.
Mm-hmm.
And her whole thing, is it spoiling if I give away her thing?
So I wouldn't give away her twist, but she's Barbara Gordon's best friend,
Yeah, that's true.
and she uses her therapy skills for evil, I would say.
Yeah, eventually. Because at first she's just
She's been doing it all along. We
Well,
just
yeah.
didn't see it.
They start off with thinking, oh, she's just a normal therapist, but
Right.
we end up finding out that she's doing
She's got
something
kind
bad.
of a serial killer vibe.
Yeah. Well,
A vibe.
people find it. I'm just doing this without giving it away. I saw people talking about the changes
Mm-hmm.
they made to Harley Quinn, and people like the fact that she's more focused on psychology
Right.
in her story, as
Right.
opposed to falling in love and being nutso.
Right.
This
In this iteration, she ain't gonna be interested in Joker at all,
she might be.
unless they gender swap the Joker.
I don't think they do that. She could like both, dude.
Okay.
You could.
Whatever. Starting to get nervous.
I can still see the Joker and her being a thing, but it's nice that she got her own thing though.
Mm-hmm.
She got a non-joint.
She's got a real character.
Real character, real story, real. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm going to stop talking now.
Okay. So what else?
She got a big one. There was that one girl. She was like the vampire one.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah, she was a vampire soul sucker.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and
I never knew. And you said that was a real villain?
that was a real villain, not only from the comics, but she was in another like animated movie. or
Wow,
comic.
really?
Yeah, it was. I've seen the clip before
Mm-hmm.
where she's sitting on the swing and a Batman comes up and she like has to die for some reason. I don't remember the movie or the TV show. I just saw this clip, and Batman's there to like comfort her, and it's a nice sweet moment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like She's sad little chick.
Very interesting villain, though.
Yeah, she's
Another new twist that makes the show really worth watching.
Basically,
I think that's all you could
she's
say.
tied with the circus though, right?
She sort of lives at the circus.
Yeah,
She sort of looks like Wednesday Addams now.
Yeah, she does.
But
she's kind of goth.
She's
She's interesting.
She's pretty crazy because there's some pretty weird stuff that really crosses a line that you would never normally see on a cartoon.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why it's an adult cartoon.
I know, but even for an adult cartoon, they cross a line, I think.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think there's a little bit of line crossing there.
I'll talk to you after this.
I think it's crossing a line.
I don't want to spoil.
What
no,
else?
Because I was interested specifically. There was that guy.
He sing songs with a hat.
He was like the magic guy or something. Do you remember? He showed up for a little bit.
Wasn't he throwing cards or something?
Yeah, he was like the card. There was the ghost episode.
Yeah, was that like a real villain too?
That was from the comics. We found out. Yeah. Yeah. It was this ghost cowboy.
No, he was a nobleman.
He was a ghost nobleman.
He looks 1790s, 1810, somewhere around there. And then a real hoity-toity.
At some point in the episode, you find out this kind of magician guy, which I found out is also a villain from the comics. Mm-hmm. Wants to kidnap him, basically.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah, and
not kidnap him, wants to capture him.
And Batman is like, yeah, okay, if it gets him to stop.
Right, but yeah, there's a ghost in Batman, and they don't make it goofy.
Yeah, it was serious.
The guy's a real troublemaker.
Yep. Oh, was he headless? I can't remember.
No.
He wasn't?
Nope.
I must have just imagined that.
Just a nobleman.
So there was all that, and then can we talk about Batman's voice?
Okay, yeah, that is cool. That is very interesting. Is that a spoiler?
No, because you find it out pretty fast.
So what's interesting about this Batman, they've switched it. So Bruce Wayne is really the guy that talks like this, and when he's Bruce, he's putting on the voice. Mm-hmm. Oh, hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, Pennyworth. Can I have a sandwich?
Yeah, he's like super cheeseball.
That's the fake Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. And this guy with the voice.
Yeah, that's his normal voice. That's his normal speaking voice. Is the gravel,
dark brooding.
And then when he's with other people, it's the hey, how's it going?
Same way as Superman. Superman is Superman, and he pretends he's a reporter goofball.
I think that is great.
Interesting.
It makes a lot more. That's the one that makes a lot more sense to me.
Yes, it does.
When he turns into Batman, he has to go. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, the best. We didn't talk about Ben Affleck as Batman. Mm-hmm. One of the changes they made for the Batman, because Christian Bale got a lot of grease for that weird Batman voice he puts on. People goof on it. I'm thinking of the Bat Dad can copy it.
Yeah.
Like that. Affleck, you see him, he's got something on his throat that gives him that voice. It's kind of computerized, and it breaks, and then he talks normal. So he's not walking around doing a voice. It's the computer just under
changing
the cowl.
His voice.
Right.
I kind of like that too.
It's a cool idea.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
You know what?
Because all of a sudden they think, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like close reading Batman is what it is, and they're like, okay, this doesn't make sense, or this could be changed. We could justify that. It's sort of like we're talking about in our Shakespeare class, how different productions, because there was no stage direction for Shakespeare, it was just words. There's a lot of interpretation. I feel like that's kind of what they're doing here. They're doing their own interpretation of Batman.
I wonder if the comic books, though, were like that. The problem is I don't have a frame of reference.
Yeah, I didn't read Batman comics.
Right. So I'm wondering if that was there or not. But whatever it is, this is another fresh take that I'm enjoying.
It's fresh.
More than I thought I would.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna stop watching it for a while.
Good stories.
We watched one episode, and you were like, and I didn't hear from you for a week or two, and then you put on Batman again, and I'm like, oh, cool. And
well, then things happen.
And then I kept saying, Can we watch some of the Batman?
Right. I always keep stuff in my pocket ready to
Yeah,
go.
that's true.
And then life interrupts, and then it's
Hmm.
so. But we've seen all 10 episodes of the Caped Crusader, so we
Which is
can talk
great.
about it.
It's great.
So, anybody else?
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. I'm like kind of
You're
going.
better at the memory than I am.
Yeah, because we had the Penguin, the Ghost guy. Onomatopoeia was a big one.
Hmm. That was kind of cool. He was a bounty hunter. That
Yeah,
was interesting.
it was cool. He's a bad bounty hunter if he's making sound effects.
There's also a big character is that that crime boss that's in a lot of the Batman stuff. I can't think of his name.
Oh, I didn't really care for him.
Well, but he's a thread throughout the whole show.
Miss Carpenter says I don't like Affleck, but he did a good job.
Right.
She doesn't like the actor, but he did a good job in that.
I thought he did especially with the material he was given.
Yeah.
He gave you a real Bruce Wayne, and he gave you a real Batman that didn't seem stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But probably his best scene is they had the Superman movie called Man of Steel,
Mm-hmm.
and then they made the Justice League, the first one, and that's the first time he was Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And that one actually goes into the Man of Steel movie
Mm-hmm.
at the end, where they're fighting up in the sky and blowing each other through buildings and stuff, and real people are getting hurt on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And you see him get out, and he is pissed.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking, alien, problem, he's killing people. I gotta stop him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get Batman versus Superman,
Mm-hmm.
because he thinks he's bad for the Earth.
Yeah.
So that part of it, I thought was pretty good. Luthor, boy, did they miss on that. You can't have a D-bag be Luthor.
Yeah.
He's got to be menacing. Kevin Spacey, I think. Did I show you Superman Returns?
No, I don't super like Superman.
Right.
Get it?
Yeah. Something wrong with you.
Yeah, I like Batman.
Yeah, he's a little dark and a little assholery. I get that.
Yeah.
Where Superman is more
Bad for the Earth.
not bad for the Earth. Listen, he's fighting a guy that was trying to destroy the Earth.
Yeah, well, I'm just playing.
Affleck was just a little like, I've never seen this guy.
Oh, your guy's
I don't like him.
a goofball. So.
Well, sometimes in the 50s series, he was kind of a serious reporter, and he was like a no nonsense guy. It was Christopher Reeve that sort of made him bumbling.
Yeah, he's become that, which is fine. I mean, I like him. It's just I like Batman way more. I think it's more interesting.
Yeah, well.
What can I say?
Yeah, you like vigilantes.
What can I say?
Superman represents, the ideal red, white, and blue. We're always doing the right thing. We're not killing anybody. We're not even overbeating them.
Superman doesn't kill people?
Nope.
Huh.
Although
I
in Man of Steel, there is a killing, and it was shocking because he's never done that before. But you can watch that and decide if it was justified or not.
Okay.
But the Christopher Reeve Superman certainly is everybody's pal,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the ideal guy. Who's always do the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
preserve life,
Mm-hmm.
care about the planet,
Yeah, but Batman's more fun.
more uplifting. He's more upbeat.
Batman wants to get rid of the scum on the street.
Right. Batman's got a score to settle.
Yeah.
With each new bad guy.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Are we gonna talk about Two-Face at all?
Two-Face, very interesting, right?
He was especially near the end. He was a big
Mhm.
one.
So it's mostly Harvey Dent.
Yeah. Throughout the series, because it's early on.
What they did with Two-Face, again, totally fresh.
So I used to like Two-Face specifically just for like his design was cool,
Mhm.
and I said like he was one of my favorites. But when I learned more about his backstory, I'm like,
Yeah,
that's it, you know.
Well, listen, hey.
And then this one showed up, and it made him so much cooler.
Yeah,
Gave him more of a personality.
Yep. There's a real psychosis there.
Yeah, and how he became Two-Face
Was very good.
I think that was it was believable.
Very
So,
grounded.
Like it could have happened in real
good.
life.
That's good writing.
Yeah. So it was like
That's why the show is good. It's the
Yeah.
writing. It's always the
Mhm.
writing.
It's the writing. We just say that for the
And then
next
it's got to
10
have a
minutes.
good performance.
Mhm.
Then you get double mint fun.
I think it was great.
Two-Face is good. Two-Face is not one of my favorites. I
Yeah.
find Two-Face kind of annoying.
Well, I used to think he was cool. He lost me, and now I'm back.
Right.
I'm back.
New iteration.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to say?
What other episodes did we watch?
You want to talk about Alfred?
What about him?
Well, Alfred is not the loving, orphan caring. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
surrogate father.
he's kind of
Batman kind of treats him like an asshole.
in.
He calls him Pennyworth,
Yeah.
and he's usually snapping at him
Yeah, he's still pretty
because
sour.
Alfred is sort of like, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't do that." He's like, "Shut up."
I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really throws around his money
Mm-hmm.
with that. So that's a different.
I also feel like Alfred's kind of on him too much. I think it's mutual.
Well, he doesn't want him crossing a line.
I think he's on him too much, and I think he's too mean to him. You know, it's a
Yeah.
Their personalities are clashing.
Right. They've got to figure out a way to mend that fence. So that's interesting, even because Alfred's not ever been really interesting.
Tom Baker says Batman ?
Yeah, you like Batman?
I don't know how long he's been here. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, we're talking about the Caped Crusader.
The new show.
New show, 10 episodes on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what channel it would be. Probably on Netflix in England.
Really?
Probably.
You don't think Amazon is?
But Tom Baker is. He's in.
Uh-oh.
I know. I don't know why I have a mental block. No. No. Close.
Belgium.
I have to.
And beat after beat remembered before you did.
Baker. Belgium. It's so disrespectful. I'm sorry. I don't know why I have a mental block on Belgium. Baker, Belgium.
Belgium Baker.
So there you go. So how do you see that in Belgium?
You can watch Amazon anywhere. It's worldwide.
In each territory. I promise you, sometimes it's on Netflix in other countries. I don't even know that Amazon Prime is worldwide yet.
It is. Belgium. It says $2.99 a month after trial.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, that's what I thought. So for you, it's Netflix. For us, it's Prime.
Okay.
We get Prime for free, so that works for me.
I don't get Prime for free.
You should. Don't you have a Prime account?
Yeah, I pay for it.
Well, yeah, well, but you're paying for the free shipping and all that stuff.
I still pay money for it.
Right, but it's the shipping. Who gives a squirt about Amazon Prime TV?
I actually really like Amazon Prime TV.
Well, but
they got a lot of good movies on there.
I understand, but it's a value added. That's not, if Prime disappeared tomorrow, I would still be on Amazon Prime because I don't like paying for shipping.
I'd be sad because my favorite TV show is on Amazon Prime.
Right, but I'm just saying.
And my new favorite show, Batman: The Caped Crusade.
I would live.
Okay.
If it went away.
Okay.
Listen.
Don't let him hear you.
Let me tell you something.
He's going to take away just yours.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say they took away Amazon Prime and the Caped Crusader disappeared. If you want to watch something, you can find it. So don't you worry about that.
Tom Baker says, I love Cesar Romero in the old Batman.
And you know what? When I was a kid watching that, and I would watch reruns in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And the Joker and all that. And then later there was sort of a resurgence around the 89 Tim Burton Batman. You started seeing Adam West a little more and Burt Ward. And then they would show you episodes and stuff. And they put out the Batman series on Blu-ray. And that was the first time I'm looking at that. And I'm looking at the Joker and you're like, that fucking guy's got a big beefy mustache. But it's painted.
Mm-hmm.
And I never noticed as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yet it looks ridiculous. And I found out the actor refused to shave the mustache.
Well, there you go.
So every time you see the Joker, he's got this, and it's not a small mustache. It's a big beefer.
Mm-hmm.
But Cesar Romero, yes, excellent Joker.
Beat After Beat says Caesar did a great job. Ms. Carpenter said, oh yeah, Caesar.
Caesar was good. Everybody thinks Heath Ledger's Joker was the best, or at least right up there.
I've heard some people say, but this one's the worst. What? He's the one that has like all the tattoos.
I know who you're talking about. He was the one from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
My God, I can't think of that guy's name. Jared Leto.
I heard people say he was the worst.
It's
That's
just
what I've
it was
heard.
a way different Joker.
Yeah.
As far away from Joker that you've ever seen. Listen,
Mhm.
he swung for the fence. He got a double.
Yes.
He didn't
Hamas.
get the home run.
Yeah.
It wasn't a miss. At least he was interesting a little bit. They brought him back for one of those Justice League movies. I think the only Justice League movie. The Snyder cut of Justice League brought back that Joker at the end.
I heard. Never mind. I'll save that for later.
And you know what? He was kind of like somebody talked to him and said, "Hey,
Tone it down.
yeah, do it a little better." But I like a
You
buck
want?
wild Joker too.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah, well, that's the Heath Ledger one.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm trying to think.
What's the one where he's in the thing and he looks at the mirror and starts laughing and then smashes the mirror?
That's the Tim Burton Joker,
Okay.
Jack Nicholson.
Just checking.
Yeah, his was a little.
Jim Carrey was kind of menacing too. Tom Baker says.
As the Riddler.
What Tom Baker says. I don't know.
He was awfully goofy, and his outfit was way too tight.
The Riddler.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. I'm trying to think
It's
of all the
okay
Riddlers.
to not agree.
The problem is Fred.
Yeah, the Riddler. He confirmed.
Fred. Oh, I wish I could remember that guy's last name.
Jim Carrey can overact sometimes, beat after beat says.
I think that's where he was a little too much
A little too much.
Riddler. But then on the other hand, the guy who did it in the 60s was a little over the top, but somehow good.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Yeah, he was a little more jokey that way.
Yeah.
And who else played the Riddler?
I hate the Riddler.
Mm-hmm. You don't like riddles?
You know why?
Why?
Because when we played that game,
Mm-hmm.
his little car things, I still think about how mad I got. I got so mad because I would explode and I would do it about 100 times.
What are you talking about? Those traps? Oh yeah.
Though you were laughing at me the whole time.
Well, there's 3 Riddlers and 3 games.
The ones where I had to drive that car on the wall.
Okay, yeah, that's Arkham Knight.
Yeah, that.
I don't like racing games really much either, and that's sort of what that is.
I like racing games. I hate that.
Yeah, well, listen, it's the Riddler, right?
And I hate how happy you got seeing me upset.
Yeah, well, it's just funny because I've been there. Listen, there was a time where I punched the TV out the window.
Are you serious?
No,
Oh.
but I wanted to.
Yeah, that would have been wild. Well, the problem is my anger is just seething, so I was just sitting there like not knowing what to do with it.
Yeah, that's good. That's fun to watch
Mm-hmm.
when you're not the person in the box.
Doing it, yeah. And my favorite is after we would do the Riddler things, you'd be like, I've never seen that death scene before.
Yeah.
It's nice getting to watch you because I've never seen that scene.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Just a little salt on you.
Uh-huh.
Right in the wound.
Tom Baker says, I remember loving Moon Knight comic books.
Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is a show that I think Disney made. I didn't know Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And then Disney made a, I don't know, 10 episode or 8 episode Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen it. I don't have Disney Plus, so
I don't either.
I don't know. Was that any good, Tom?
Tom Baker said, I remember loving Moon Knight comic books.
But I wonder if he saw the show.
Did you see the show, Tom Baker?
Excuse me.
I think this laser is a great addition to our laser brains.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Laser brains.
But I said that last time.
Well, listen. I
Hey,
get
laser
about 20%
brain, you got
of
a
the show when I'm
laser.
here. Is there anything else you want to say about the Cape Crusader?
Tom Baker says no, he has not seen that show.
I haven't seen it either, so I don't know if it's good. The actor, I think, is pretty good. I think he was the guy who played. He was in the Star Wars movies as the Han Solo character in the new ones. Poe Dameron, that guy.
I didn't like that.
You don't like Poe?
I didn't like. Oh, that guy? No, I thought you were saying the guy who played like in the Han Solo story or something.
Oh no! That's somebody else. I'm talking about the 3 new Star Wars movies with
Okay.
Ray.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
he was the Han Solo guy.
Okay. Well, when you say that, I thought the guy who plays Han
He
Solo.
was sort of the smart ass.
Miss Carpenter says yes, love the laser.
Here it is.
Woo!
We'll have to tell our benefactor what a hit it is.
I'm a laser brain.
I think it's doing different colors today, right?
It is, actually. I've been watching it. I've been hypnotized by it.
It's on some kind of mode I didn't attend, but whatever.
Oh, well.
Do you have anything else to say about the Cape Crusader?
I think that was everything I found interesting. I'm sure we're missing a character or two.
Could be.
But what am I going to do?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, well, I think we already spoiled enough.
You don't get to see Batgirl. There is no Robin.
Yeah, well, they're building.
The Batman is much more prone to injury.
They're already in production of season 2.
Cool.
Remember, right after we finished, I was like, are they even working on season 2? And they are.
Good.
So
hopefully next year we'll get to see it.
Yeah, they said probably next year.
Did you hear anything about Prodigy?
No.
That's too bad.
Not
Tom,
yet.
what have you heard about Prodigy?
I don't.
Beat after beat?
I don't know if we have any Star Trek fans in here.
Everybody's a Star Trek fan,
No.
at least a little.
Are they?
Well, it depends on how old you are. At my
I
age, everybody's got a fond memory of the 60s show.
was talking to my friend who came over to my house, and she hates my Star Trek wall. Because I have a wall that's just filled with Star Trek photos.
I will tell you, you hated Star Trek.
See, Beat After Beat does not like Star Trek.
At all,
is
huh?
not like a fan, I guess I should say.
You're not even one of those shows
He says,
caught you?
I am not.
Hmm.
So.
You're talking about the 2009 Star Trek. I'll agree with that.
Lost in Space was my Star Trek.
Lost in Space, fun show.
Yep.
Warning, warning. Get away from him, Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
Remember the doctor tried to get him in the car or at home or something? What was he doing? And the robot told him to get lost.
I don't remember, actually.
Yeah. They were at like a Comic-Con or something.
Yeah.
And the guys from Lost in Space were there, the robot and the doctor.
Yeah, wasn't he like trying to give him a job or something? And he was like, no, danger, run.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Something like
that. It was a veiled.
Beat After Beat loved Lost in Space. Miss Carpenter says Star Wars rules.
Star
Wars?
You like Star Wars?
Hey, Tom Baker loves Khan. Wrath of Khan.
See, I told you.
Woo!
Everybody likes a little bit. Listen, I'm going to give you an exciting...
And Beat After Beat says, yes, loved it. So, probably Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan? Yes, that's what I mean. Everybody likes Wrath of Khan.
Yep, it's a great movie.
I've got something to show.
Uh-oh.
I'll show something.
Uh-oh.
If there are Star Wars fans.
You didn't give Katie the Doritos.
Oh.
Oh.
I knew I'd forget. I need a whatever to remind me. But I will show something.
Oh, Beat After Beat is not a fan of Khan. He was just saying he's a big fan of Lost in Space. He was reiterating. Excuse me. Well, whether you're a fan or not, you're going to get to see something. What you got? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I got something that is actually illegal.
Oh, that's not Star Trek.
It's not.
I thought we were talking Star Trek.
So I found somebody, and we were having a conversation, and he let it slip.
Again? It seems to happen a lot.
It does. If you talk to people and are friendly, sometimes you find out
something slips.
So there's this right here. And what this is, I'm not going to tell you.
Because it's illegal.
I will tell you. So there's a group of people that took the original films.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
But they somehow remastered these things.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever. And they called it Project, etc. For whatever year that movie came out.
Okay.
The picture is so clear on here, but it still has the film grain, which is people like me understand.
Yeah.
Because that's how we watched them. And there are no extras that were put in them. No, all that stuff they added. There's no Jabba the Hutt in the first movie anymore. Because in the original first movie, there was no Jabba the Hutt. It was only referenced because it was cut out of the film. All the funny little characters, no weird musical scene in Jedi, all of that stuff. These are the original. If you went into a movie theater in, was it 77? Yeah, 77 or 80. I was still too young. Nobody took me. But I did get to see Jedi in the theater when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you would have saw it. So that's what this thing is called. It's called Project 77, Project 80, Project 83. And then because they put these on 4Ks, which I had no idea people could do.
People are smart.
I had no idea you could make 4Ks out of clearly what is a bootleg.
Sounds like you need to learn a new skill.
These file sizes are so big, it's not something I want to play with.
Miss Carpenter says, "Wow."
But look at the quality of this thing. That is absolutely amazing.
It's very nice.
The only way you can tell these aren't real, and it's just because I know this from many years of experience.
Miss Carpenter says, "Cool."
If you look at the back of these,
It's black.
yeah, this is clearly a burned home computer or something that they did it with. And then they put it through some kind of laser printer that printed on there. Did a really good job. And I got to tell you, I didn't pay very much either.
Well, look at you.
You would be surprised at the price that I got those for. And they sound bitchin', and they look fantastic.
Well, there you go.
So big ups to Project 77, 80, 83. No more nonsense. No more special edition. No more. No.
That's not fun.
Well, it's cheese.
I like cheese.
What's that? When Darth Vader was defeated,
I like
he didn't go no
cheese.
when he was saving his son.
Yeah, but people like that. Miss Carpenter says, "Awesome."
Some people like it. Some people don't. I like to see both.
I like fun.
I'm going to tell you. I like seeing Jabba the Hutt in the original. I like that scene. Sorry.
Sorry. Speaking of television that matters, Seinfeld. It's a classic. I don't even think you gotta. Sorry.
You just drop. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a good show a comment will stick with you. Sorry is absolutely fantastic.
In that tone. Sorry.
Yeah, like. And Elaine's like, sorry. That ain't gonna cut it.
Tom Baker says, "I was impressed by you having an early pre-release wedding album CD."
Well, you don't need to be impressed by me. It wasn't. It was me talking to somebody and being friendly.
You know people.
Which is what I tell you. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
But I meet people and I'm friendly and I give them a second and I ask about their lives and I listen.
And I will listen.
I listen. And when you're that way and you make a connection with people, then they start talking and becoming real. And then, hey, by the way, I have a new Duran Duran album that's not even released. And I'm like, hello.
Hello.
Can I get one of those?
Hey, bestie, here's my friendship bracelet.
Let me have one. So that's how I got that. I don't know how she got it.
She knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy.
Because it wasn't even... Like, how would you... This is back... Oh, you couldn't make your own CDs back then? So it was a tape. Who got that? And the quality was, really good.
Tom Baker says crazy. It is crazy.
Just lucky.
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Is that SpongeBob that I'm referencing that from?
I don't know.
I think it might be. Because they just kept going, who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
I don't remember.
That's basically what that is.
And then, I'm probably jumping ahead a little bit. After Astronaut and all that turmoil, Andy leaves again. They start working on an album called Reportage.
Why would you talk about Duran Duran?
Well, because they brought it up.
They did bring it up, but you're going to be here for the next 3 hours.
And somehow I got a hold of in this time period. I don't know if it was Reportage tracks, but there were tracks I had never heard before. And there's a song called Beautiful Colors, which I don't know why it wasn't released because it's finished. It's a full song. And then there's songs that didn't, for some reason, never got finished or whatever. I was thinking the Pretty Ones. There were several different versions of Can You Taste the Summer, which Can You Taste the Summer was it on Astronaut?
Mm.
I think so.
What are you asking me for?
Right. Well, because you heard it, I guess.
Oh.
And there was others. We are forever.
Oh,
All
beautiful.
I understand. What song is that?
I don't know.
Was that not released?
I
I
don't
need
know.
to listen to Astronaut
I don't know what you're
again.
talking about.
It was another unreleased
And you keep asking me like I know.
song. Oh, Pretty Ones was good. I was wishing they had finished that one. Had some good synth noises too. Good stuff. So somehow I got a hold of that too, and I don't remember how
Beat
I got
After
that.
Beat says the album will be done one day.
Reportage. I did hear they're trying to finish Reportage.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a little bit of it,
Mm-hmm.
and the stuff I heard is like heavy,
Mm-hmm.
like Andy Taylor leading it,
Mm-hmm.
and they did talk about it sort of being a political,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like that.
They do
I
that a
hate
lot.
politics.
They do that a lot.
Well, but if you it's thinly veiled, I guess is fine. But I
Nick
don't.
said so in a recent interview.
What, that they're gonna finish it? Yeah, I think I heard. That's where I heard it.
Stefano, the Italian fan and guitarist, met Duran. That's what Tom Baker says.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But I do know they said they were going to work on it. But then
Mhm.
Nick also promised a Blu-ray of the Halloween show in Las Vegas,
Yay!
and he has not delivered.
I might actually want that if they ever do it.
He said it a year ago, and we were all like, he goes, yeah, it should be ready by next year, so we'll put it out next year. And everybody's like, next year?
Mm-hmm.
We want it now. And now here we are.
We don't have
And
it.
here it ain't.
Well, now they're doing this instead.
I'm happy to get new songs,
Yep.
but GD, that Shadows on Your Side, is not on that record. That really eats my squirrel.
That makes me sad.
Me too.
Soon as the lights go down.
And it's on that Vegas show, the live version. They could, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Just do it.
Just send that to Simon. Come on.
But now that I see they're doing a show in Madison Square Garden on Halloween, they're probably taping that, and that's probably the one you're going to get to. But because they've got New Moon on Monday now, and Evil Woman,
I love that.
and all of the others, will Shadows on Your Side going to make?
Well, what are all the others?
All the dance macabre songs.
Oh.
Psycho Killer.
I know that one.
You mean Super Freak.
You just mean the ones they have on there already.
Right, but guess who's missing on there?
Ooh.
Shadows on Your Side. There's no remake of that.
Maybe they're going to surprise us.
Yeah, the surprise will be I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Because they did that at the Vegas show.
Maybe it's like a Halloween treat or something.
How did it not make? I think I heard Nick in an interview say, we looked at it and we're like, well, we can't make this any better, so we're not going to mess with it.
He's got a point.
And there's a lot going on in that song.
Yeah, why fuss with perfection?
Okay, so give me the live version and I'll shut up.
You're never going to shut
and
up.
I'll go away.
You're never going to shut up.
Thank you.
Never going to shut up. Come on.
But anyway, we're off topic. I guess anybody
You're
who's
really
interested in the
off
Cave of
topic.
Crusader is like, well, what are they talking about
Like
Star Wars for?
Star Wars, Duran.
Forget Star Wars.
I think it's time to go, young man.
Okay, I'll go. So, if you like the Batman and you like adult cartoons and you want to know what I'm talking about, them crossing the line with the vampire chick at the circus, watch The Caped Crusader.
Episode, whatever that one was.
Just watch them all.
Okay.
And you'll get it.
Okay.
And you'll be like, why is Wednesday Addams at the circus?
And you'll be like, oh.
That's not Wednesday Addams.
Uh-oh.
But what she's up to, here's the line.
I was about to do that.
Over it.
Miss Carpenter sent an emoji of a bat.
Batman.
There you go.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. I know this isn't the very best kind of show you'd want to see.
Ow.
TV that matters, because if it's a show you don't care about, you don't really care. So I'm glad that everybody came to watch. I hope that we gave you some information and some entertainment. It's my hope that you will watch this and go, you know what, maybe I'll give that a try, and then maybe your life will be just a little bit better because you enjoyed it.
Stop talking.
It could be, you can hit the button anytime.
No, I'm going to let you talk.
Or it could be a little worse, and I said, I'm sorry. I tried.
Say goodbye.
Batman.